Money doesn't buy happiness. It's an easy thing to say. But here's a thought. Have you ever seen someone drowning in bills, stressed about rent, and unsure how they'll afford groceries, smiling with pure joy? Of course not. Because while money alone doesn't create happiness, the lack of money certainly creates misery. A conversation worth having. Imagine sitting across from Alex, a seasoned entrepreneur who has spent years mentoring others on financial independence. Across the table sits Sarah, a mid-level manager earning $90,000 a year, but feeling increasingly uneasy about her growing debt. Sarah, I've heard people say that money doesn't matter if you're happy, but honestly, I don't see how anyone can be happy when they're constantly worried about money. Alex leans forward, his expression thoughtful but firm. Let me ask you something. Do you think it's possible to find happiness without financial stress? Sarah hesitates. I guess so, but it seems like most of the time, money problems just make everything worse. Alex nods knowingly. Exactly. Money itself might not bring joy, but the absence of financial freedom almost always brings pain. The key is understanding what real wealth means, and it's not just about numbers. What does wealth really mean? Imagine two people. James, a high-powered executive making $300K a year. He's got the big house, the luxury car, and a closet full of designer clothes. But his reality? He works 80-hour weeks. He barely sees his kids. He's tied to a mortgage that keeps him up at night. He hasn't had a stress-free vacation in years. Is James rich? On paper, yes. But in reality, his money owns him. The high-powered executive's prison. Take James, for example. At first glance, he appears successful. His career is thriving, and his possessions are enviable. Yet, beneath the surface, James feels trapped. During a rare weekend off, he confides in Alex over coffee. James, I thought achieving this level of success would bring fulfillment. Instead, I feel like I'm running on a treadmill I can't step off. Every day, I wake up thinking about work, bills, and deadlines. Alex replies gently, That's because you're chasing wealth in dollars instead of freedom. You've built a lifestyle that demands constant sacrifice. Real wealth isn't about owning things, it's about controlling your life. On the other hand, meet Sam. He owns a small coffee shop in a quiet town, making $70K a year. No debt. He sets his own hours. He has time for his family, his hobbies, and his travels. He's not worried about keeping up appearances. He's too busy enjoying life. Who's truly wealthy? The small-town entrepreneur's joy. Meet Sam, a laid-back coffee shop owner who lives simply but contentedly. Unlike many of his peers, Sam prioritizes experiences over possessions. One day, during a casual chat with Alex, Sam shares his perspective. Sam, I used to think success meant climbing the corporate ladder and buying fancy stuff. But now I realize true success is waking up every morning excited about my day. I have no debt, plenty of time for my loved ones, and enough money to live comfortably. What more could I want? Alex smiles. That's the difference between fake wealth and real wealth. One focuses on appearances, the other focuses on freedom. The freedom factor. Most people assume wealth is about income, but real wealth is about freedom. The freedom to wake up and decide what your day looks like. The freedom to say no to work you hate. The freedom to spend time with people you love. The hard truth about financial security. Now, here's a hard truth. If losing your job would send you into financial ruin, you're not secure. If you have to finance everything you own, you don't own anything. If your lifestyle depends on debt, you're not rich, you're just a good borrower. During another mentoring session, Alex poses these questions to Sarah, challenging her to confront uncomfortable truths. Alex, let's say you lost your job tomorrow. How long could you sustain your current lifestyle? Sarah hesitates. Probably a few months. maybe less. And what if your credit card's maxed out? Alex presses. Sarah looks down, visibly uncomfortable. Then I'd be stuck. I'd probably have to borrow from family or take out a loan. That's why preparation matters, Alex says firmly. Building a solid financial foundation gives you control over your destiny. Instead of hoping for rescue, you create your own safety net. What's the end goal? Happiness doesn't come from money itself. It comes from what money allows you to do. You don't need millions in the bank to be free. You just need enough money to live on your own terms. The story of Lisa. Priorities. Flipped. Consider Lisa, a marketing executive earning $150,000 a year. On paper, she appeared successful. Her car was luxurious, her wardrobe enviable, and her social media feed filled with glamorous vacation photos. But behind the scenes, Lisa was drowning in debt. Her mortgage consumed half her monthly paycheck, her student loans lingered ominously, and her credit card balances crept higher each month. Desperate, she reached out to Alex for advice. Lisa, I thought if I looked successful, I'd feel successful. But now I realize I've been living a lie. Alex nodded sympathetically. Looking rich doesn't make you rich. True wealth is about priorities. Are you investing in assets that grow or liabilities that drain? The choice defines your future. So, the next time someone tells you that money doesn't buy happiness. Ask them this. Does financial stress bring joy? Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't to be rich in numbers. It's to be rich in life. A final reflection as Alex concluded his conversation with Sarah. He left her with a final thought. Financial freedom isn't a destination. It's a mindset. It starts with awareness. Are you willing to face the truth about where you are? To challenge old habits and embrace new ones? Remember, the decisions you make today determine the life you'll live tomorrow. Sarah nodded resolutely. I think it's time to stop chasing illusions and start building something real. Alex smiled. That's the spirit. Step off the treadmill. Build something lasting. Your future self will thank you. So, the question remains. Will you redefine your definition of wealth? The truth is, wealth isn't handed to anyone. It's engineered through intentionality, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's a journey that transforms not just your bank account, but who you are as a person. Will you rise to the challenge? Because at the end of the day, looking rich and being rich are two very different things. Real wealth is about sustainability, not flashiness, the ability to maintain and grow what you have, rather than letting it slip away.